back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a review on the new Colourpop eyeshadow palette as well as new highlighting palette. And I used these two products in my last video, and if you guys didn't see that one, I will link it below so you can check it out. And my microphone's not on again. I got a couple requests to review this palette, or review both of these palettes, so that is what I'm doing today. So I'm going to start off by reviewing the eyeshadow palette first, and upon my shipment of these products came in this little white box. This is just the back of it because of course the front has my address on it. On the side it says made in LA, and then yeah, just a basic shipping box. Trying to be careful with this because my highlighting palette is already broken. So the eyeshadow palette comes in this box. It's the super cute bright yellow small box that just says yes please on the front, Colourpop, and then it says that it's a pressed powder shadow palette, which it is. You get 12 shades in this palette that are all 0.85 grams each. And if you guys do know like the grams and stuff about Colourpop's shadows, these shadows in this palette are actually smaller than Colourpop's single pressed powder shadows. But if you think about it, you're getting more eyeshadows for your money, however you want to put it. Yes, there's that. And then on the back of this box, it just says the name again with all of the eyeshadow shades that are in here. This is what the palette looks like. Mine is a bit dirty. If you guys can see, it is quite dirty already because I did use it. No worries, you can always wipe it off. I just didn't wipe mine off for today's video because I forgot. But yeah, and if you guys see, this palette is super small compared to my face. This palette is tiny. Honestly, this palette is so little, and I think it's the perfect size for taking it along to travel with. It's a perfect travel size palette. So getting back into the specs of it, so on the front it has cute AF in yellow writing with Colourpop again, and on the back says yes please at the top again. It has a red little line border going around the edges, and then all of these are the shade names. So opening up this palette, you open it, this is what you'll see. It just says Colourpop, hashtag Colourpop me again. I feel like the top of this is really cute. I do wish that it came with a mirror just because, you know, that'll save you more time than having to look in an actual mirror while you're doing your makeup. But nonetheless, this palette is still amazing. All of the shades, so you have quite a bit of matte shades, and then you have about 4 shimmer shades, and then the rest are all matte. This shade, these 2 shades, and this bottom yellow golden shade, these are all shimmer shades, and then the rest of these look matte. So let me swatch them for you guys. So the first shade, this shade right here, is called Bling, and when you swatch them, guys, these shades are so buttery. They feel so nice. Pretty much Bling is just your basic eyelid shade that you'll use to set your concealer, eyeshadow primer that you apply on your lids before doing your whole eyeshadow look. It's just a basic white shade, nothing much to it. Shade next to this is called Champs, and it's this beautiful orange shade. Reminds me a lot of the shade that is in the Morphe 35O palette. This shade is a bit chalky. I have not used this one yet, but I'm not too impressed with that shade. That is kind of patchy, but also I have not used that one, so whatever. Third shade in the top row is called Big Cocktails. That's so funny. Pretty salmon color. I guess you could also use this as a eyeshadow base. It's not as pigmented. Next shade, the shade on the far left of the screen, your right side, is called Full Zip. I do like this shade. That one is pretty. With one swipe, it is very pigmented. So next shade on the second row right here, this is G&O. This shade is similar to the one that I swatched before, the first one, which was Full Zip, but G&O is slightly lighter than Full Zip, so it has more of a pinky undertone, whereas Full Zip has like a brownish pink undertone, I guess. It's much darker than G&O. Okay, so this next golden shade is called Spoiled, and That's what I am, spoiled. It's just a typical golden shimmer shade that is in most palettes. See, for an inner corner highlight for your eyeshadow. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. Next shade is called Butter Cake, and it looks like this pretty maroon reddish color. Is gorgeous, but it's also a bit chalky. I had a big chunk of it on my arm where I swatched it at, but this is a pretty color. Next one is called Louis, and I used this in my last video. I really like this shade. It's so pretty. It's great to use as a transition shade along with the other shade that's in the bottom row. Rusty reddish brown, but it's pretty. In the bottom row, this last row, I'm super excited about. This is called French Kiss. It's a bright yellow shade, and feeling of it is so nice. This one is also a bit streaky, a bit chalky. They're gonna blend differently, so this is just my arm swatches. The next shade is called Chauffeur. I also used this shade in my last video. Brown, your basic brown shade. It has a bit of a salmon pink undertone. Next shade is Note to Self, and this is also one of my favorite shades. Golden yellow shimmer, and last shade in this palette is called Mischief. Like a plum shade. Wow, do you guys see that? It looks brown on camera. It's like a brownish plum. That's what I'm getting from it, but this is such a stunning shade. Overall, I do give this palette a thumbs up. My only negative thing that I have to say about it is that it does give up a lot of kickback or fallout. So tapping, even if you tap your brush in once, it picks up a lot of product, so you do have to be a little bit cautious when using these shades. Go a little bit light at first and then build up your colors, otherwise you're gonna have too much at once. Shadows are freaking amazing. They blend like a dream. They're super soft, super buttery, just amazing. And I feel like this is the perfect travel palette because it has your base shade, your setting eyelid shade, you have some transition colors, you can create a shimmer look, a matte look, whatever you want to create with this, and it's also the perfect size for a travel palette. Don't like about this is that it's white, so that means it can get stained very easily, but on the other hand, I do like that it's white because white, it's an aesthetic. Here are the sizes of this shade. This is 0.85 grams, and then here is Colourpop's typical size for their pressed powders singles. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys really liked and enjoyed getting to see these swatches and everything. Hopefully, if you guys do go out and purchase these products, you should definitely comment down below and let me know and tell me which ones you did buy and if you like them or not, because I love them. I 100% recommend them to anyone. Also, no, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I did pay for everything with my own money. I did not get sent anything. That is all for today's video. Hope you guys really liked it and enjoyed. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and commenting down below. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.